Hello, Paul here in Nashville, Tennessee. It's May 16th, 2014, and we're going to talk today about the meadow. Behind me we have about a 3-acre meadow, and we have this dilemma to mow or not to mow. That is the question. And you can see, well, you can't see, but my neighbors on both sides like to mow their lawns with these big mowers and keep it all like golf course, and I used to do that. I used to have a little soccer field here, and we'd play soccer with the kids. We had a baseball diamond with a pitching mound, things, just fun things to make with a tractor. And I have a big mower. I have a 5-foot mower, and but what I decided to do, and for the sake of animal habitat, is to not mow. We just mow on the perimeter, just around by the fences, so we can service the fences. And it saves a lot of gas, it saves a lot of Saturdays, it saves a lot of time. and we just mow these little paths here. Bear, come here, Bear, jump, jump, jump. Dogs like it too, because what she's doing is she's stalking these little mice and these little voles and these rabbits that go around. Bear, jump, 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 jump. And she'll be jumping up and pouncing on them, and so what we found in this field in the last just week or two is rabbit. We found a box turtle, a terrapin. We haven't seen any snakes this year, but there'll be snakes. And there'll be mice. We've seen a lot of mice. And there's an owl that lives back here, and he's the, I can't remember the kind of owl, but it makes a "Who Cooks for You" call. I'll try the call for you here. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo. And he's living right back here in these trees, that owl that makes that noise. Might be a barred owl, I don't remember. Great horned owl, I think it's a great horned owl. And, and so by having the mice, you might think, well, that's really disgusting, I don't want mice around my house. And you know, maybe you're one of the people that don't, and that's fine. But if you have mice, you attract a lot of other birds of prey, and they're really quite beautiful. The falcons come, and they do their thing. They used to eat our chickens, but we don't have chickens anymore. And now they're eating the mice, and then the owls come, and it's really quite beautiful. And also, just a note about the whole field here is a floodplain. And this field will flood about ankle deep usually with water. Not up this high, usually a little further away from the house by the creek. And so we get a lot of water here, we get a lot of runoff. We're at the bottom of the sort of basin where things drain into here because we're by the creek. And what happens when you mow the lawn, first of all, it's very bad if you have trees around. You don't want to mow under trees, because it packs the soil. But if you mow here, it'll just pack the soil down. You get this sort of hard pan going, because the sun hits the soil and then it hardens right up. It dries up, it hardens up, and all your water, instead of being infiltrating into the ground, it runs off. And that's very bad, because it takes soil with it, it takes nutrients with it. And so what we noticed when we stopped mowing is that when we put our hand into the vegetation, it feels very wet and very moist, even on a dry, sunny day. And so you really want to protect your soil. It takes about 100 years to make an inch of soil on a field like this, so they say. I don't know how they prove that kind of thing. It's hard to imagine. They must have scientific methods of proving that. But the soil is a very valuable resource, and it's very easily lost and very hard to regain. The sort of the overall philosophy here is you've got two schools of thought. You've got the harmony school of thought, and then you've got the conquest school of thought. And it's just very typical male ego to want to go in and conquer. So you get on your big mower, you have your beverage on the side, and you conquer that thing. And you come in from the mowing the lawn, you say, "Honey, I mowed the lawn." And she goes, "Good job, dear. Have another beverage." And And you know, that was good. I mean, I really got into that for many years as a younger man. But then, you know, you get to the point where you look down, you see all the animals you killed under the tractor, the turtles, you know, dead turtles that got the mower blades through their shells, and all the dead animals that you mow over with the tractor. When you got a 5-foot tractor and you run through a field like this, it's like there's a lot of killing going on, a lot of insects, a lot of animals, a lot of burrowing animals under the ground, over the ground, and you know, then you know, the whole conquest thing isn't so appealing at that point. So I've gone sort of a hybrid route here, where we mow around the fences, and so we can walk or jog or take the dog around, and then we have the whole 95% of the area is still left as animal habitat. And we got some really great plants here. This is a yellow dock. It's a medicinal plant. It has a huge yellow root that looks like a carrot, and then the seeds on the end here can be ground into flour. And you can see there's just thousands of them. There's a big stand of it over here, and so this is like flour. You can eat this. Now, it doesn't taste really great. It tastes like that, you know, those Purina rye crackers, really. But maybe if you put some maple syrup on it, it might be more palatable. But there's a real choreography in the meadow too. First we had these buttercups. I'll pull one up here. These came all through the field, and that's because we had animals grazing in the field, and these tend to come in after the animals for some reason. And these were beautiful. They were just everywhere, all yellow. And then the clover came up. We had a lot of clover. There's none in this particular section, but a little further over you'll see a lot of clover. And now we're starting to get the yellow dock, and we're starting to get the grass. Several different kinds of grass will come in. I don't know all the different kinds, but you can see they're different seed heads. And so we're starting to get a lot of grasses in now. So if you have a big field, another thing I forgot to mention by way of animals is the bees. We have a bee yard over here, and all of these yellow flowers are really stimulating for bees, and all the other kinds of flowers that will come up throughout the summer and the fall and the spring. The bees really like that, and they really need that. And the bees are in trouble now, so we want to do what we can to help them. And also some other animals that are here are moles or voles, and these are little mice. They're about as big as a chipmunk, maybe a little smaller, and they dig. And they dig these tunnels, and you run them over with the mower and you can feel them, or you walk over them and you can feel them. And my neighbors just hate all these moles and voles, but I think they're wonderful because they're doing something very important, is that they're aerating the soil. And the soil needs to be aerated. It's very important to not have soil that's packed. And you need that animal just get in there and just dig it out. And you can see the maze of tunnels they make. They cover quite a lot of ground. So as you're thinking about what to do with your fields or your meadows or your yard, I would encourage you just take a small area maybe at the beginning, or a bigger area if you can, and turn it into a meadow. And let the wildlife thrive, and participate in watching the wildlife and encouraging them. And and you know, some people have homeowners associations, won't let them do that. But if you're zoned agricultural like me, think of all the time you'll save not having to mow the whole thing, you know, once a week or twice a week. And then what I'll do, maybe at the end of the year, I might come in with the mower and mow some of the taller weeds. And then so it'll come down and start again in the spring. But I might do that every other year. I'm not sure yet. So I would encourage you to go for a more harmonious as opposed to more conquest type of philosophy in managing your meadows. And you'll save a lot of time, you'll save a lot of money, and you'll get a lot of joy from all the wildlife that comes in. Thank you for watching our video about meadows, and we'll be talking to you soon. Thank you. Over and out.